Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Hey everybody!
Hold on, Bobby. Bobby.
I got my
Say-
antenna.
there
I
you
got
go.
my antenna up.
There you go.
I'm ready to take calls. Let's go.
Bobby's always ready. I'm surprised to see that Bobby doesn't have a monster. He's got actually a bay, a buoy, whatever, the coconut drink. So I'm surprised. Bobby, it's not giving you energy like that.
No.
But today, we're going to call today Training Like a Boss, brought to you by Hetty Momo. So, guys, why are we calling it that, Bobby?
Because you're deranged and you probably need psychiatric help.
Probably do. I got these laying around my house. You could ask Shelby. If all you guys are questioning what's the head for, I actually have this in my house in my theater room, upside down, like that, with lights in them. So I got about 4 of them, no, 3 of them. And, I brought it in to take some pictures of. So if you're questioning and you don't believe me, ask Shelby. But anyways, guys, this week, some house cleaning stuff. We want to talk about Sony deals are still going on till the end of October.
Yeah, 1 week left.
Guys, literally 1 week left.
1 week left.
Hey, and let me tell you what else is a few weeks away. It's Christmas.
Oh my God.
So, guys, if you're not realizing the dates, it's flying. We are on officially October 23rd. Christmas is December 25th. That literally leaves 2 months and 2 days. Less than 62 days until Christmas.
Wow.
Let that sink in, guys. 62 days until Christmas. So that means if you aren't jamming up your stores with these deals, if you aren't buying stock on your shelves, shame on you, because Christmas is right around the corner. Do not wait until Black Friday. Black Friday, I get it, that shifts the mentality of a lot of consumers to buy. But at the same time, you guys should be racking in on these deals happening now.
Right, you make a great point. So, folks, Black Friday is a consumer holiday or consumer event, right? We're business to business.
Mm-hmm.
We have to be there ahead of Black Friday so that we have deals for people to come into our stores on Black Friday to get those things. So we've got to be purchasing those deals now. Like Johnny said, scouring the Sony deals, the Alpine deals, the JVC deals. Getting your product getting stocked up with product, ready for these deals to come in, and for these Black Friday shoppers to come in. You want to have things that are cash and go, right? Boxes are a great idea. We just base in a box,
preloaded boxes, meaning 2 subs, amp, box. All on your floors with one price tag, and then just put a Black Friday deal price on there. And people are going to come and be like, you know what? My kid always wanted a sound system in his car. My daughter wants a sound system in her car. This $2.99 package you got on your floor, let's grab this for Christmas because it's a great gift-giving idea.
Sure.
So,
and it makes sense because for if you're giving the gift, you're not going to get involved in all of the machinations of putting together a box with amps and woofers and what's the right one. If it's in a package, it's boom, boom. It's off you go. They'll take it, $2.99, go.
So here's another idea. So I used to be in retail. I did a lot of business on the retail floor. I did. I tell people where I came from, and they go, "Yeah, that was the shop here in New England to go to." We were stacked to the ceiling, high and tall, with every product you can think of, and we bought deals. We bought all the deals that were always given out from the previous regime, MRI. That's who I used to buy from, and now Go Fast Solutions. And let me tell you something. If you don't have Snap financing, Amica, dude, those are the best things that you can have right now for gift giving ideas when you have on the floor. For instance, customer comes to your show floor and goes, "Oh, you got the deal on the subwoofer box and amp and everything for $2.99. I could get that for Christmas. I could get radios on a deal for Christmas. I could get some, Sony GS speakers, ES speakers, amplifiers, radios on a deal. Some Alpine speakers, amp subs, radios, JVC amp subs, speakers, radios, Kenwood, etc. Even the Blaupunk e-bikes. You know what I mean?" And put it on Amica financing. It's so easy to convince those people that $2.99 price tag now can turn into $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 because they're gonna get it ahead of time. They're gonna put it in Snap financing or Amica, whichever and you're gonna finance it, and they have over 60 days to pay for it. That goes beyond the Christmas holiday, or goes during the Christmas holiday. They get the gifts early, they wrap it up, Christmas trees are going up, and boom, you're done. Guys, think ahead of the times, because if you don't think ahead of the times, you're going to miss the whole field. On top of that, you guys should be stocking up for remote starters. This is starter season.
It's starter season.
And let me tell you, nothing's easier to give away on Christmas than remote starters. Let me tell you, it's a universal gift. You got a box, your bypass, put a sticker on it, say paid for installation, and you give the gift away. That's the easiest way. So think of all the things that we're saying. Sorry, I got kind of sidetracked there.
No, I think that's all great information for guys that are, I think we fall into it ourselves when we're thinking about the holidays and the Black Friday things, and we're just, as we're rolling up to it, really we've got to be like, we're trying to coach our customers right now and our friends and business owners. We got to be thinking about these 30 to 60 days in advance to prepare, because the experience is for the consumer. Not us. We're not the consumers in this instance, right? We're retailers. We're specialists. We're installation shops. We've got to be prepared for those customers as they come in. So we've got to be buying 30 to 60 days earlier. And a great way to do that is to make sure you're buying in on some of these deals, looking at what your strategy is for the holiday season. Like you said, get yourself put something together in a package. Start to look at some of these items that are easy to buy, easy for somebody to buy for somebody else. The worst thing in the world that can happen is my wife will try to buy me clothes.
Oh yeah,
I hate that. And she knows, she stops. But things that she might know, she's like, wow, he like a remote starter.
Well, here's another thing, right? Your wife buys you clothes, because it happens to me too. The wives love my girl Shelby, right? Love her to death, but they somehow in their heads think that we wear a size smaller. So, I'm a big boy. I'm never going to say I'm not a big boy. I'm a 3X. Somehow, some way, I will get an extra large shirt.
Go ahead, try it on, Johnny.
Yeah.
Try it on. You're sitting there like a sausage going, yeah, it's great. It's freaking great.
And you know who's the worst at doing that? My mother.
Oh, don't worry, Johnny, you're going to lose some weight.
Yeah, you'll fit in it. Or she'll buy the sneakers too big, and it'll be like, don't worry, your feet will grow. Mom, I'm 40 years old, and my feet ain't going to grow more than what they are. But regardless, the point is, guys, think of outside the box of stocking your stores. Because, like, to Bobby's point, we have to buy these 30, 60 days out, because obviously we have to plan ahead. Do you think that your competitors, the big box stores, aren't doing the same?
We just walked in. I walked into, you go to Rite Aid. You go into any of the stores. It's all set up. I mean, we have Halloween is still a week away, but everything I've seen. I went to Lowe's this weekend. The Christmas trees are out. Yeah. All the lawn ornaments are out. They're in full mode. So they're already set up. You guys have got to be thinking the same way as business owners. Your customers are going to start coming in, and they're going to start thinking right after Halloween. It's just like Thanksgiving, holidays. You got to be prepared. Guys, take advantage of some of these deals. Call your GoFast sales rep. We've got deals going on through the end of October, and then those deals will be gone. But stay tuned, because your boys at GoFast always got something good for you going on.
Exactly. So make sure you grab the Sony deals that are going on with GS and ES promos. We have an Alpine promo going on right now. JVC deals on head unit sub speakers, Blaupunk e-bike, which a lot of you guys kind of forget that that's part of the whole Christmas category. There's nothing better. I know that when I was a kid, I wanted a bike. We didn't have a lot of money. We didn't. My parents, my mother tried her hardest to put clothes on my back. We didn't have, the biggest money in the world, but my mom would always try to get me something that I wanted. And one year I wanted that bike. I'm telling you, I wanted that bike. And let me tell you, everything's kind of changed now. It's no longer just a regular pedal bike. Now it's an e-bike. So, put some in your stores, and you'll see that you will sell them. Blaupunk e-bikes are the #1 selling in New York and in Massachusetts. Why? Because they're certified to be sold in those states. There's not many bikes that are certified to be sold in pretty much any state. There has to be coverage of a certain lithium battery in order to get sold. So make sure you get one on your sales floor. Put a price tag on it. See how it does. But my story is, wanted that bike. My mom finally got me the bike. I was a super happy kid, a super happy fat kid. So, you know, the ideology behind it was let me pedal my weight off. Yeah, that didn't happen.
That didn't work, huh?
No, I'm still
Right,
fat.
and the e-bike will definitely help you pedal off some of the weight.
Well, no, actually, I see a lot of people pedaling with e-bikes because it's actually assisted pedal. It's not
Of
like,
course.
you know, you can let it do its driving thing on its own, but pedaling it's assisted. It's nice.
Guys, and if you call your Go Fast sales rep now, not only will he give you the price on the Blaupunkt e-bike, but we're for the holidays or for the October special, we're including the carrying case and the rear
Luggage. It's
luggage rack.
luggage rack. I don't know what you're gonna put a luggage back there, but it's got a little luggage rack you can put stuff on. So it's pretty cool. Next promo we want to talk about is Linkswell. Linkswell promo still going on. All you guys that get customers for those tablet style radios, make sure you jump all over that. The Linkswell's promo right now is 10% off. So
10% when you're talking about an item that's going to be $1,500, $1,600, $1,700, that's a significant savings. So, and that's savings you guys to put in your pocket. Make sure that you're remaining profitable. You're throwing that margin into the coffers because it's not about this. It's not only just selling. Certainly, we all want to be able to sell every day, but our efforts are finite. If we're going to see 10 cars, 15 cars, 20, whatever that number is that walks through your door, that's what walks through the door. And so you have the option of selling them stuff that are going to be low margin, and that make your company less, or higher margin and do the same amount of work and make more. And every week we're here preaching on how do you make more margin. Well, guys, taking advantage of some of these deals, that's how you're going to make that extra margin. Put that in your bank account. Make your employees happier, your family happier. It's all about making margin, and of course, at the same time, providing top quality products, top quality service, so that you're giving your customer a great experience, and that's how you grow your business.
And guys, if margin is what drives your business, that's your profit dollars you make off of items. If you don't run your business off of margin, you're looking at a dollar for dollar, pretty much profit. Like you're making $50 on a sale or etc. That shame on you. What is the margin you made off that? Because margin drives your businesses to stay open and obviously add more profits at the bottom end to help you at your top end. So make sure you look at that. Sorry, I had to clean my eyes because I was still trying to figure out what finite means. Bob uses these technical words that loses me in some of these lives.
Johnny's over there Googling, what does finite mean?
Yeah, like what's he trying to say exactly? So, but guys, make sure. So we have a couple of more gift giving ideas. CompuStar, aka First Tech, is doing a Drone XC dash camera. If you buy the Drone XC dash camera, which everybody knows, you can view that on your cell phone and view it live real time. You know, that's an awesome thing. They are now, and so are we, giving you a free backup camera for that Drone XC. So from now to the end of the month, the end of October, you have to make sure, tell your sales rep, hey, you know, I bought this Drone XC. With today's purchase, can you add that free camera? We will make sure you'll get it in hands. You got less than a week though to make that happen.
That has been a wildly popular. It's a national campaign, guys. So this is not necessarily just a Go Fast thing. So it's a national campaign. It's been very popular. And guys, when you take like the cutting edge of what's in that space, right? The remote start, the drone being part of that. It's the cutting edge, and then you just came out with it only a couple of months ago, and right off the rip, you're giving them that rear camera. That's another accessory. That's Johnny, how much would that rear camera cost normally?
Retail, it's about $100 for that camera, and it's free, guys. So you're giving an added benefit to your customer and value to for him purchasing that camera from you guys. So make sure you get with your sales rep. We have them in stock. We have very limited supplies, and we're running very quickly on those supplies. So make sure you get in today. Call your sales rep. Now, leading on to First Tech. First Tech is doing a training today. There was one yesterday. That was
fun.
Yeah, that was well attended too. I wasn't gonna mention it, but sorry, scammers. You guys got us the first one. You're not gonna
get us the second one.
So that was funny. But today's First Tech training is at 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. So it's 2 time Eastern Standard Time, guys. So make sure that, you look at the times. Eastern Time is 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. It's pretty cool because Jason Ewing does a great job at running through pretty much the whole line, talking about the specs, features, and the added benefits of each one. He also takes questions live because it is a live training.
Right,
and
absolutely.
he's answering whatever question you guys throw at him. Remember, Jason Ewing is one of the head techs at CompuStar. He knows the product very, very well. He was at Pimp My Ride. He was the head at Pimp My Ride for a long time. He doesn't look like Jason Ewing from Pimp My Ride in 1970s, but he's still Jason Ewing. But definitely join today, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 7 p.m. This is open to everybody in our industry. So if you're interested in First Tech products, make sure you join the training so that he can run down the line and you can ask all the questions you would like.
And guys, we sat through the training yesterday, and he revealed some new products that you're really going to want to know. They're becoming available, and he also gives you an idea of a time frame, not only that they're coming out, when to expect them. So definitely something in there for everyone. You don't want to miss it. There's a lot of great information there. If you don't get on the 3 o'clock one, certainly after dinner, 7 o'clock, throw it on. It's like Johnny said, it's very informal. Jason goes through the whole thing. If you have questions, he'll stop and he'll answer any kind of question that you have. There's a reason why when we do our mobile expo, when you go to the First Tech training, it's standing room only.
Yeah.
Well, this is going to be the same thing, guys. Get in there, get the training, ask your questions. It's a really great format. Don't miss this training.
Yeah, and to Bob's point, he mentioned that he did show a lot of new products on the training. So make sure you join that training. He also goes about explaining why the hub is very important to their lineup.
I caught that part.
Yeah, very, very important. If you guys aren't familiar, and I'm going to kind of release this because he's already released it, but they're going to come out with Porsche T-harnesses. So that's huge for all the guys that are doing Porsche, all those high-end vehicles. He talked about that for not a brief moment. He talked about it in depth of, what they're releasing, what it's going to work with, etc. So they are going to be releasing Porsche T-harnesses, which is huge. And he explained why the hub is so important and what it exactly does. So make sure you join that training at 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. Now, on to another training directed,
right?
Your ex employer is going to be doing a training at 2 p.m. Sorry, I lost track of the paperwork. So they're going to be doing a advanced training. So it's not just this is a remote, guys, and this is a T-harness, guys. This is going to be more in depth. You've got one of their head trainers showing off their products. Vox does an amazing job with their training. I can tell you that, very in depth. If you have questions, please make sure you ask questions. They go into the introduction. So it starts at 2 p.m. today, and it's an advanced training. There are going to be some other trainings that they're going to be that they will have. They'll have an introductory training. So if you're not familiar with the Vox products, Tuesday, October 29th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, remember, guys, this is all Eastern Standard Times, I'm telling you. So if you're in the West Coast, unfortunately, you got to take 3 hours away or 2 hours or 1 hour away, depending on where you're from in a location. But, they're going to have a intro training. So for people not familiar with directed products, October 29th at 8 p.m. They're going to have another advanced training Wednesday, November 6th at 8 p.m. Just in time for remote start season training. And the advanced training, like I said, is not about your basic, this remote is this remote is that. They're going to talk a little bit more about in depth of this remote works with this remote, and this T-harness works with this, and this, and what could be some technical, tech tips to, get you in throughout this remote start season.
So I think the week that you were away, John, we did an unboxing of the D-Loader 4. Right, so that's the fourth generation.
There.
Oh, were you here?
Yeah, I was the one that unboxed it.
It's hard to tell because all you guys look alike. Wow. So when we did the D-Loader 4, that's going to be a big part of their training, right? So you guys have not purchased the D-Loader 4 or you haven't seen it, this is the time to get in there. The D-Loader 4 is their 4th generation. This does everything. For those of you guys that go way back, like I do, to the Bit Writer, right? That was the 1st generation.
No, fax back. The directed fax back when you
that was oh my god, but that wasn't a module. I'm talking about like a Bit Writer was that big thing. You sat there, you thought you were like, Lieutenant Spock there with the tricorder. It was so big, but right, exactly. So then they had the XK Loader 2,
Yep.
Of course the 3, which was the first Bluetooth, and now the 4, which is an entire system. You guys want to get on this training today at 2 p.m. And then like Johnny said, they do an intro and an advance later on. I think Johnny, you said the dates were another intro training is on the 29th of October, and another advanced training, which is the one that we're going to see today. Another advanced training is going to be on the 6th. So guys, make sure that you go to, and I think this is where we lead into, go to our Go Fast Facts page. Johnny doesn't like the name, but we'll figure out, maybe we'll change it later on down the road. On that, it's basically our blog post. It's www.gofst.com, same website that you always go to. There's a button there called Fast Facts.
Top right.
Right, and that's where we drop in some of the some of these trainings. Right, so it's our blog page. Any of these trainings are posted there, and so links to how to get to that training at that time will be posted there. Make sure you check that out. But certainly, more importantly, get your guys on that training today for the D-Loader 4. This is something that's brand new. Most of you don't even have one yet.
Yeah.
If you don't have one yet, you don't even know about it yet, you got to get locked in so you just know what it's all about. And if it's something that's a good part of your business, all right? Something that's going to be part of your business going forward.
Well, it's a great piece of, everybody that does directed product. I don't care if you do directed product. Anybody that does any type of remote starter should have something, all the flashing tools. Just because you don't know what comes in through your door. You may be a directed house, you may be a CompuStar house, you may be a Fortin house, you may be a Crime Stopper house, on and on, Prestige house. But when that customer comes in and they have an older unit and they're looking for some type of assistance on it, broken remote, brain doesn't, is going into valet mode, etc. It's your job as the professional to have the tools needed to get them going. Why? Because if they go to you, they need your help. It's your chance to grab that money from that customer that was never your customer before, but is your customer now. And if you don't have ideas or you don't have the tools needed to complete that job, they're just going to take that money elsewhere. And they will. They need assistance on starters. A lot of guys that had starters installed last year, previous year, 10 years ago, over time, the starters just stop working. They start and then they stop, after like 30 seconds. So you as the professional need to have the tools to get them going, so that way you could grab all that money, because if not, somebody else will. So that's the reason why I preach so much trainings. I don't care what brand you carry. I really don't. Get trained on it, because at the end of the day, it gives you added ammunition in your toolbox to bring all that equipment into your facility, your shops, and really take that money from your competitors. Because I'm telling you right now, you think Best Buy, a PC Richards, any of the big box stores are saying, no, we're not taking that in. They're at grab time. They're grabbing everything they can, and they'll figure it out as they go. So the same, you should be doing the same, and you should be going to all these trainings, guys.
You're making a really great point, John. If I'm the consumer and I roll into a shop and I say, hey, my remote start's not working. I had it installed by the car dealer a couple of years back. Something's not working. If you're just gonna stand out there and you realize I'm only doing this type of remote, so I only do the First Tech brand, or I only do the Fortin brand, or I only do the Vox brand. Guy rolls in and he's got something there, and you just stare at it like with the, oh geez, I don't work on that brand. That's not our brand. You're not setting yourself up as the expert, right? To that consumer, it's like, oh, I went to a place, they don't know anything about this. I'll have to go to another place that does know. Whereas if you wrote, like to Johnny's point, whether if you're a First Tech house, a CompuStar guy, or you're a Fortin guy, and a Vox guy rolls in and he has a problem, if you're able to look at it, to identify the problem, to troubleshoot it, You're the expert. From there, that next step, if he needs something new, whether it's in that same remote start or maybe he needs something different, something new, you've already established yourself as the expert. He's got to come to you, and he's going to look for your advice because he knows when he had a problem, oh, this guy, he came out in 2 minutes. He knew exactly how to fix it. It wasn't worth fixing, or it was worth fixing. Whatever the case is, he handled it. He's the expert. If you don't set yourself up as the expert, you're just walking that customer and you're never going to see him again. Because the experience is, those guys don't know what they're doing. I showed up with a car. They didn't know what they're doing. I went to another guy. He fixed it in 5 minutes. So these first guys I went to certainly are substandard.
They suck. Let's be real. They suck. And I hate to say it this way. I'm very honest, brutally honest. Probably to fault. A lot of people blame, but I'm brutally honest. You guys need to get with the times. You really do. Customer comes in like Bobby. Hey, Bobby, he's going to buy something from me. And Bobby says, Johnny, I got this remote starter. I got installed at another shop 20 years ago, and it just doesn't work. 20 years ago, there's probably going to be nothing for it. So it's your job as the salesperson to explain to the customer, and I say it just like that, explain to the customer why you're going to charge them an uninstall fee and a reinstall fee for the new module, the new unit. Or you can bulk that whole price up with a new system at your shop. But don't just let that business fly out of your shop, because at the end of the day, it's just cutting wires. And that's all we do is cut wires and reattach wires. Whether you do a T-harness way or whether you do it the old school wire-to-wire way. Let me tell you, I'm an old school installer. I will cut wires and re-solder wires if I have to. Do I want to? No, but at the same time, I'm not going to let that business go. So just because there's no T-harness, just because it's not a brand you do, don't let that business walk.
You can't let the business walk. You've got to be the expert.
Yeah, so thank you, Bob, for mentioning about the Fast Facts page. Really, that should be your blog central, Fast Facts. But yeah, go to our website. If you're not registered for our website, it's gofst.com. So it's gofast without the A.com. You do have to click on register. It's going to take you to a page where it says login, and at the top it's going to say register. Just hit the registration, fill it out, and then call your sales rep to tell them, hey, I filled out access to the website. Can you give me access? They'll get right on it, call the website administrator, get you access, and you'll be able to see everything that you're available to. Like I said, there's a lot on there. There's performance parts for cars, which that's another venture you can add to your shops. There's e-bikes, there's detailing products, there's window tint, there's lighting, there's accessories, installation accessories, T-harnesses, remote starters, car audio. There's so much on that page. It'll blow your mind that it's all open and access to you guys. So make sure you check that out. Next thing we want to jump on is the MEA Awards.
Big thank yous, guys. Big thank yous. Guess what? We are been named the top 3 distributor of the year. So last year, you guys know, we've talked about it before, we were distributor of the year. But before you get to that, right, the finalists are going to be named, I believe it's February 2nd in Las Vegas at the Paris Hotel. Mm-hmm. But they've at this point, they've just announced who the finalists are, the top 3. And of course, GoFast is a top finalist for the 5th consecutive year. More importantly, and that's where I took over here because I know he's way too humble to say this, Johnny has been named top 5 rep for the 7th year in a row. Of course, in 2022 and 2023, Johnny was back-to-back sales rep of the year. So congratulations to you, John. Congratulations to GoFast. But really, thank you to all of you guys that supported us, because this is done by voting. Mm-hmm. We certainly send out some emails. We certainly send out some box stuffers, and you and I sat out here and talked. But it's really about what we do the entire year to support your business. And for those of you guys that found some value in what we do in, day out, on the phones, with our service, with some of the stuff that we put out, the shows, thank you for appreciating it. Thank you for supporting us for Distributor of the Year. We want to make you guys proud. We're hoping to bring back the gold again. Would be the Distributor of the Year. Mm-hmm. But all of that really is just a reflection on you guys and the support that you give us and the love that you show us. And we just have nothing but heartfelt thanks to all of those that supported us.
And guys, to add some added value of why distributors. And I'm going to tell you why distributors. Why? Because I was a major purchaser from distributors when I had the retail store. Really major purchaser. I did a big number with a lot of distributors. And the reason being is distributors, like Bob said, put on shows that really get you all in one roof. So you're not only just seeing one brand, you're seeing multiple brands, everything that's an added value to your shops. Number two, just-in-time service. And what do I mean by just-in-time service? You order it today, you could pick it up today if you're local, or we ship it out and it gets to you in our trading area in one business day. That's humongous. Tremendous. To me, that was huge, because when I needed that module, that remote starter module, or I needed that Metro dash kit harness, I got it the next day, no problems, no questions asked. It was just at my door. So I could save that job, and get it sold, and in and out it goes.
What a great point, John, right? Because if we're talking about price is always an issue, and I can understand.
I didn't care about the prices.
Right. Exactly.
I just wanted the value.
As a small business owner, well, certainly vendors are great, and it's great to have them. But to your point, the distributor is really the guy that's in your market. He lives in in your neighborhood. He lives in the area that you live in, knows your business, knows the product, and he gets you that product that next day. What's the difference if it's $2 cheaper, but it's in California? Well, guess what? It'll be here in a week.
It doesn't mean
nothing. For the $2, you have it the next day, and you close that job, and you move on. You get that done. Have a great customer experience. He moves on. He's happy. You're on to the next one. And for the $2.
Well, to your added point, Bob, when I was in retail and I was a buyer for a big shop, to me, saving that $2, saving that $5, saving that $10, saving that $20 didn't mean anything. And I'm going to tell you why it didn't mean anything. Because it took a week to it took 3 to 5 days to get it at my door. The customers that are in your door want it now. They don't want it tomorrow. They want it now. So it was easy for me to order from my local distributor. I booked the appointment a day or two later, from when they came in, and I had the product at my door. The added benefit of a distributor is, warranties. Let me give you another example. Warranties. If I had something broken, if I had a remote starter brain broken, and I bought it recently, and they have inventory in their facility, and the serial numbers, obviously I bought it from that facility, because everything gets serial traced and serial tracked. So don't think that doesn't happen. But if it's bought from let's say GoFast, and say, John, I got this remote start brain. I got this radio that I just bought a day or two ago. These speakers, they're blown. It seems you have them in stock. Can I come down and swap them? Absolutely. Come on down and swap them. If you've got to ship it out, you ship it out. It takes a day to get to us. We'll swap it out for you and ship it right back out to you. Or you can buy one, and obviously if it's within the warranty period and the serial numbers match, you send it back for credit, and we'll give you credit on your account. Guys, it's a no-brainer. Why distributors? Let me tell you why. Because they take care of you guys, the most important guys. And a lot of you guys seem to kind of forget that, because distributors are here to help you out. We're not here to, fill our pockets with a bunch of money. You know what I mean? We're here to help you guys out, because in reality, distributors don't make a lot of money in this product. They don't. They just want to make sure you're taken care of. And, like I've had several conversations with several dealers, we may make 5 to 10% margin on products, but that's 5 to 10% margin that you have to do times 1,000 in order to make it somewhat profitable. You know what I mean? We just want to make sure you're taken care of. So just make sure that when, you call in and you need assistance, or you're trying to purchase products, think of your distributors, because we're here to support you guys. We're not here to just feed you products down your throats.
So I think you cover of our 5 tenants, because we have this actually on our website. So you talked about we have it in stock, we get it to you fast, we have a excellent warranty policy. Mm-hmm. The other 2 tenants of our 5 reasons on why you buy from GoFast is going to be the price protection guarantee. There it is. I knew I had it somewhere. Price protection guarantee. Guys, if you're buying a brand like Boss Elite, and you see Boss Elite price advertised lower than what we have it for them, as long as it's an authorized dealer that's authorized to sell it in our market,
Not
just
dealer,
like we
distributor.
are. A distributor. Again, just bring us the price. We will match the price. So we're going to make sure that we always have you at the lowest price that we can be at, that you can get the product at. So on top of all of those things, we're still matching price. So that's the fourth, and then the final, I think, which and I always think is the most important. Guys, when you make a phone call to Go Fast and you get a Go Fast sales rep on the phone, you're getting a world-class sales rep. I've got a presentation I do for vendors when they come in to kind of introduce them to our team, and I start to just list out how many years of experience each one of our sales guys has, and it's hundreds, a couple of hundred when you add them up cumulatively, it's hundreds of years of experience. You get a guy like Johnny on the phone. He only knows New England. He knows your struggles. He's been a retail sales rep. He knows the product. He knows what your need. He knows what you're going through. You're not just speaking to someone that's, and I don't mean to disparage anyone, but if you get somebody on the phone that's a customer service rep that really doesn't know the product, they just give them a part number and they'll say, I got it in stock, I don't have it in stock, and what the price is, and they'll be able to ship it to you. What if you need to know about the product? You get one of our sales reps on the phone, you're getting a world-class sales rep, knows the product, knows the business. He's there to not just be a sales rep, to be honest with you, he's more of your business partner or your consultant. Because there's a guy you can go to that if Johnny don't have the answer right at the tip of his tongue, I've seen him do it, he'll say, I'll call you right back, and he gets on the phone with the right person, gets the right information, and he's back on the phone with you, so you've got the right info. Information is king, right? Nothing is more important than having the right information. The pricing could be great. You could have everything that you think you have, but you got the information from a sales rep and you got the wrong part. Now what? Doesn't matter what the cost was, right?
Nope.
Doesn't matter if it was $1 cheaper because you got the wrong part. What do you do now? Customers coming in. Now you're totally screwed. You want to talk to a Go Fast sales rep. Those guys know what they're doing. They've got experience. They're world class, and that's the 5 reasons why you want to buy through distribution.
And to add to that, guys, we're very knowledgeable. All the sales guys here are very knowledgeable. We either we owned retail stores, or B, we were managers at retail stores at one point in our life. We've got a ton of years of experience, not only with the product lines that we carry, but with other product lines that we don't even carry. So I've been able to help out customers with product lines that they carry but they didn't know anything about, and I was telling them information about it, or helping them to get to that next level. The reason that we do that and that we know all this information is obviously service to us is important. We want to make sure that you trust Go Fast as your go-to company to help you out with products and information. We also want the support of you guys when it comes to just products in general. The purchasing means a lot to us, so we do truly appreciate that. And to bring up another point that Bobby said was about the price match guarantee. Make sure that it is an authorized distributor in the retailer space, and I say that very, very, very straightforward as far as it comes. There is a lot of companies out there that have no business trying to sell in the trading space. They're not authorized to sell in the trading space, so they can't provide you a warranty. They can't provide you with all the information on the product. They're just box movers. And at the end of the day, that's why the EDA group was brought to life. It is the elite distributors in United States, all in one house, that are actually a true distributor in your trading spaces. So make sure that if you are bringing a price to me, it's from a legit distributor in the trading space. It's not somebody who drives a van. It's not somebody who's selling out of their facility, out of some state, that completely sells it into your state and is only selling by price, but they don't know jack about the product. And I get very angry about that, because when you ask me, hey Jonathan, what's the specs on this Boss BCPA 12? I can tell you off the top of my head. Ask that same person what's the specs of that radio. And I don't mean reading a catalog, because anybody could read a catalog. I'm talking about the meat and potatoes of the products. I want to know who has the most knowledge in this industry, it being a big distributor.
Right, and that knowledge to put on a show for you to make sure that, and when I say a show, it's we're not up there dancing, right? We're bringing the vendors to you. How many times have we heard you guys go, geez, I haven't seen a vendor in a dog's age, right? Well, they're all in one spot. We bring them to you every year. We have the trainers there. We have the product there. It's part of what we do to support you guys. So when we have some guys like you say these screaming blue monkeys, is that they're called? Where they put stuff in their trunk and they just drive over and
It's called the trunk slammer, Bob. Oh my God.
Trunk slammer. Who knew? Those guys are not supporting you. They're coming in because their overhead is low and they're gonna make 50 cents on whatever they're making. So you saved on that one piece, but what do they do for your business on a whole?
Nothing.
What do they do for your business?
Nothing.
Nothing.
They don't even warranty products. They don't even support you after hours. You know how many people I can say, customers, I can say, whether you're a customer of mine, hit me up on Facebook late at night. We're talking about 8, 9, 10 o'clock. Calling me on my cell phone. There was a point where Shelby was very upset because I was getting phone calls at midnight. We're in bed. I'm passed out. Get a phone call needing some tech support. I picked up that call. You know what I mean? That's stuff that you don't get. Weekends. Saturday, Sunday, there's no distributor that's open. If it's a legit distributor, they're not open. So, weekends, you call me, I help you out. You call any one of our sales reps, they're going to be there to help you out. We're not going to just end call or ignore call. We're going to be there to help you guys out. I know that I'm getting a bunch of calls right now and I'm ignoring them, and it's not that I'm doing it on purpose. We're doing this live because I'm very passionate of what I do. And I'm pretty sure 99.9% of all the sales reps and also the Go Fast employees here are very passionate of what they do. We may get upset, we may, get angry, etc. But it's because we care about you guys and we care about our business. So with that being said,
Brand of the week.
Let's get to brand of the week. Guys, this week we just want to say thank you once again to Boss Audio. They've been a platinum sponsor to our show for many, 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 many years. Their products have, since COVID, a lot of guys have actually gotten to try Boss and really has enjoyed Boss and what their reliability is, their feature sets, etc., and their price points. So, excuse me, a lot of you guys have gotten familiar with the product line. So pretty much Boss does it all. They do 14-inch tablet style radios. 12-inch. This is a 12-inch tablet style radio. Sorry, Hedy Momo. And it's loaded with features. The screen swivels side to side, up and down. It's got CarPlay, Android Auto. It does, it's got 3 sets of RCAs. It's a beautiful screen and it's huge. They also make it a 9-inch, a 10-inch, and an 8-inch for all you guys looking for smaller screens that do CarPlay, Android Auto, for like side-by-sides, slingshots, RZRs, etc. And you need that single DIN mounting depth. They're going to be able to fit right in and you get the small screen with CarPlay, Android Auto. I'm seeing more side-by-sides now and RZRs on the roads being street legal than before. So there's a lot of people that are actually taking those vehicles and getting them registered and putting signal lights on them to make them legal. And this is a perfect example of what you would use in those types of vehicles. They also make a double DIN radio. 2 of the most popular ones would be the BE7 ACP-X. That's their new one. It actually has the difference between that one and the non-X is USB-C versus non-USB-C in the front now. USB-C is taking over, guys. Android and iPhone are now all exclusively using USB-C. So that's the reason why they decided on going that route, because that's the exclusive connection for both Android and iPhone. They make basic radio, so if you're just looking for a basic single DIN radio, Bluetooth, Bosses have it. And when I was talking about the tablet style radios, here's an example of the 9-inch. This one has particularly wireless CarPlay, Android Auto. So they do a 9-inch, they do a 10-inch, a 12-inch, and a 14-inch with wireless CarPlay, Android Auto built in. You can get it with non-wireless CarPlay or with wireless CarPlay. Boss makes saddlebag mounting kits for 13 and down Harley Davidson Street Glide, Road Glides, and saddlebags, and 14 and up Harley Davidsons with saddlebags. excuse me. They make waterproof marine radios, gauge style, for all your boat needs. They make marine style speakers. They make amplifiers that have been around forever, longer than I can remember. They make speakers that are been around for longer than I remember. Boss has a whole round line that you can include into your lineup for the customers that come in and really don't want to spend a lot of money, but still want the added features like the big names do. Give Boss a try.
I think you started off really interesting, and you mentioned COVID-19. So it wasn't that long ago, but for those of you guys, if you think back, we were running through some serious shortages with some of the A-tier brands, right? And Boss was one of those brands that some people would have looked like and said,
Nah.
I don't do that. I'm with this one or that one or no, the tier 1 brands. But here came the pandemic, and electronics were at a shortage. A lot of the tier 1 manufacturers couldn't produce product, right? You couldn't have products shipped out. Well, Boss, for their to their credit, had a great supply chain. They were able to supply product throughout the pandemic, and at that point, a lot of people had no choice but to try Boss. Well, guess what they found out? It's like, what? Wait a second. The brand that they would kind of like snub their nose at, they're trying it, and they're coming to find out that they are quality product. There's good product. The price is still very aggressive, but they have all the feature sets, and they have good product. And guys have learned that Boss is a viable company. And then go fast forward a little further. I spent some time with Luis Delgado and Rich Amaro. Shout out to those guys. We deal with them on a weekly basis. They shared with me their vision, and their vision is to take the Boss Elite brand and step it up and go up to that next level, and that's what their plan is. And if you take a look at some of the Boss Elite stuff, you'll see that they are right on target with their plan to make this a premium brand. They're of companies that when you think about head units, right? A lot of head unit companies are starting to go, oh gosh, cars are not coming through with radios that can be replaced anymore. Maybe there's a de-emphasis on head units. Well, Boss and their Boss Elite initiative is like, clear the field, guys. We're coming, and we're going to come up with quality product. We're going to hit the price points, but we're going to have that next level and start to compete in that space because we're ready for them. And to their credit, they're doing it.
And to Bobby's point, he mentioned something very important that I gotta make a statement on. Cars are coming with head units, dashboards that you can't change radios on. Understandable, not a problem. Let me tell you something. Every single manufacturer out there, it doesn't matter the name brand of the car, their head units all suck. They really do. They don't add the added features. They don't have, they're trying to strip out CarPlay Android Auto. A lot of manufacturers are out of their head unit lines. Some of you guys have figured out ways to add units to those brands that never were able to add head units to. There's companies like an Idatalink, a Metra, that are working on dash kits for vehicles that a lot of guys were like, I'm not touching it. There's nothing for that car. And you like those new Transit Connects, 2024 Transit Connects. Everybody looks at those, but like, you can't add anything to that. Well, Idatalink made a kit for it. The same thing with the Ford Edge. Back in the day, I would be like, nah, I can't touch that car. But these days, there's so many cars out there, literally so many of the older vehicles. People are holding on to their cars anywhere from 7 to 8 years now. They're not changing them out like me, for instance. I'm one of them. I used to change my car every 2 to 3 years. You see me with more cars than underwear that I have. But reality is that, people are keeping their cars longer and longer and longer, and these companies are figuring out ways to add head units into those newer cars, and it's only a matter of time until the head units get added onto them. So a company like Boss that really stepped up their level, they went from a mediocre line, it's Boss, whatever, to a line that I personally can tell you I don't get many of the Boss Elites back defective. These things are rock solid. They work, they're fast, and they sound good. And they're starting to get more and more into the field of adding features like Sirius XM, which back in the day was something that they did not do. And now they do it because they're seeing that the market, the industry is going after those units. So guys, if you have any type of doubt that Boss is not a great brand, not a tier A brand, whatever you have in your mind, I want you to erase that out of your heads, because Boss is working on a lot of things that are gonna show you why they belong in that airspace.
Guys, everybody's got that customer that wants the top end performance, but they've got that the champagne taste, the beer budget. This the Boss Elite line will give them that value in terms of their cost. So you're gonna have value there. You're gonna be able to get a lot of value for your dollar, but their product is going to be spot on. You guys are gonna be really surprised on how it performs, and you're gonna be wondering, why haven't I been selling these all along? Because they fit into your line perfectly. Because we all have that customer comes in and he really wants what he sees, but it's just outside of his budget, and he can't get that Care One credit card or that other credit card that you mentioned for whatever reason. It's just not in his budget. Take a look at Boss Elite. You're going to have great quality. You're going to have the feature set he's looking for, and you're going to fit inside of his budget, and you're not going to walk that customer.
Correct. So, guys, once again, thank you to Boss for being year after year a platinum sponsor. It really shows that your products have matured into what they are today. And let me tell you, I'm excited to see what comes out in the future for you guys, because it's pretty exciting, let me tell you. And with that being said, we're going to drop off the Boss interview right now.
Yeah, I think it was Jason was one of the guys that did the training at our Mobile Expo. He had a fantastic turnout at his training, and he gives us a little insight into what Boss is doing now here at the end of 2024 into 2025 and beyond.
So I'm going to take Hetty Momo, and we're going home.
See ya.
Deuces.
Mobile Expo 2024, it's Bob Hernandez at the Boss Audio booth, and I'm here with Jason. Jason, I've heard that your training was off the chain. You had a bunch of people there, and you had them engaged, and you did a knockout job. Tell us, Jason, as we come into Q4, what is it that the GoFast customer, and I remember our GoFast customer is that small business customer, what does he need to know about Boss Audio so he is successful here in Q4?
So with Boss Audio, you're going to find a really high quality product that's map protected with a 3-year warranty. So rest assured that you're going to get a really quality product that you're going to make, happy customers and good margin on.
Dude, I can't not look away from this unit. This unit is calling my whole head.
Yep.
Talk to me about this unit. This is huge. Bigger than the TV. Somebody told me it was bigger than the TV in his living room.
Probably is.
Needs a bigger living room, but
That's right.
That's still a big unit. Talk to us.
Yeah, so this is the Boss Elite 14 ACP WX. So this is a wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, Sirius XM ready. So wireless CarPlay. One of the really cool things is on the home screen, everything is all easy to get to. The new interface is really fast, so we've got really good graphics, really high-res screen. You can select your music. It's got dual camera inputs for front and rear. USB-C port on the side, so it's got 1.5 amp charging, but it will also play high-resolution FLAC files as well. 3 preamp outputs, 4-volt preamp out, 20-watt by 4 amplifier built in, so it's awesome.
I tell you, as an old guy, I want to thank you guys for being kind to the elderly, because I can see this. This is huge. This is an awesome looking screen. I think Boss Elite in general. You guys have really started to make that turn from that secondary or tertiary unit to the higher end, and you guys have done a fantastic job. You guys are great partners for GoFast. Jason, I want to thank you for your training and the work you guys do.
Yeah, absolutely.
And let's kill it in 25.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Get it from